Hello everyone, this is my experience living with depression. The black dog of depression entered my life at the age of 12. Every morning when I woke up, tears rolled up in my eyes, even though nothing happened. I would spend the entire day holding back my tears. I had no appetite and eating became a chore, but I also had to eat to survive, so I forced myself to chew and swallow, nibbling just enough food to stay alive. In front of others, I put on a mask, pretending that the black dog does not exist. I wore a fake smile on my face. When asked how I am doing, I said I am fine. I pushed through the pain to go through my daily life. I studied hard at school, played the violin in orchestra, and socialized with friends. I tried to ignore my depression and distract myself from my sadness. Long distance running became my favorite sport as I wanted to run away from my problems. I loved entering the meditative state of brains, breathing to the sound of my footsteps and forgetting about everything else. This desire to escape from the black dog led me to YouTube addiction. It was much easier to mindlessly scroll through video after video, watching other people live their lives, than to work on improving my own life. There are days when I would do nothing but watch YouTube, only to hate myself while catching up on my work later. It was horrible. I eventually got my appetite back and no longer wanted to cry every day, but other symptoms began over the next few years. I felt a constant sense of dread, the kind of feeling you get when something bad is about to happen, except nothing did. I often thought about my past failures and worried about the future. I started losing pleasure in hobbies. I loved running outside, but I eventually stopped going outside unless absolutely necessary. And that meant not going outside for months at a time during the pandemic. The good thing is that watching YouTube stopped bringing me pleasure during this time as well, allowing me to finally break free from my addiction. These symptoms all led me to have suicidal thoughts. Nothing seemed to matter anymore. I fantasized about entering a dreamless, peaceful slumber where I never have to wake up and worry about tomorrow's problems. It was during this time that I started thinking about the meaning I want to create in my life. I realized that an endless pursuit for pleasure leads to nowhere, as the pleasures I experience will mean nothing once my life ends. Happiness is just a temporary feeling. What really matters are the good deeds I have done and how others remember me. I eventually learned to embrace the black dog instead of running away from it. I acknowledged the sadness I was feeling instead of trying to numb the pain through unhealthy distractions. I made a conscious effort to focus on the present instead of worrying about the future, appreciate the beauty in the little things, like the spiders in the corner, and doing acts of kindness to help others. These efforts helped me better get through each day. Although the black dog caused pain, it also unveiled how suffering is a vital part of finding meaning in my life. My experience with depression allowed me to have empathy for the hidden battles that each person faces. It compelled me to extend a helping hand to alleviate the sufferings of others. I am now on the plea law track, studying to be a human rights lawyer. Many people are forced to flee their country, and I want to help refugees gain legal immigration status and start a better life. I thank depression for helping me discover the legacy of service I want to leave behind. It changed my worldview and made me who I am today. Mental health conditions often have a stigma attached, and by sharing my story, I hope to show that people with mental health conditions bring a unique, valuable perspective to the world. Thank you very much for putting me in the limelight.